What's the easiest way to delete Vim swap files I've already recovered from? Sometimes Vim crashes and leaves me a swap file. That's awesome. Then I open the file I was editing and Vim asks me if I want to recover. I do, thanks. When it's done, Vim tells me. Why, yes, I do. How do I do that? I figured it would just start using the old swap file as a swap file again and clean it up when I quit, but that's not true. It makes a new one, cleans that one up, and when I open the file again it prompts me again to recover from the first one. Surely I'm missing something.
A slightly simpler way. From the terminal emulator. Then inside Vim choose recover, and if you want to delete the swap you write, save, and then call this command. And choose delete this time. A benefit to this approach is that it won't automatically overwrite a working file, if the recovery turned out corrupt, though admittedly I've never had that happen before. There are also relevant tips on this question on Stack Overflow, where I found this tip.
To clean out all Vim swap files in a directory. If you are sure you don't need any Vim swap files in a directory tree and want to get rid of them, you can use the following command in the directory while Vim is not running. Not even in another window or even a different login session. Some inspiration and thoughts came from removing junk SWP files at Google Groups. This will delete all files whose names end with .swk, .swl, .swm, .swn, .swo, or .swp in the current directory tree. This might not be what you want, for several reasons. As stated, it searches the current directory tree, i.e., the current directory and all subdirectories, recursively. That goes beyond what the question asks for, and may be considered to be overkill. As stated, it will delete all files whose names end with .swk, .swl, .swm, .swn, .swo, or .swp, and not just .swp. Gary Johnson says. Also, not all swap files end in SWP. If Vim needs to create a swap file and one ending in SWP already exists, Vim will use the extension SWO for the new one and SWN after that. I think it just continues backwards through the alphabet. So using something like or even would be more thorough. The original author of this post says, "Not may be overkill, but that usually ensures I get all of them." On the other hand, it might be underkill. Rubel suggests, which matches all, lowercase, three-letter extensions ranging from .sar to .swp. He adds, be careful though, while this is a more complete solution, it will take out any SVG image files and SWF Adobe Flash files. You may want to modify the regex if you work with those files. It also matches .sav, .snd, sound data, .sql, .src, .srt, subrip video subtitle format, and many other common extensions. It might be overkill. As stated, it will delete all files whose names end with .swk, .swl, .swm, .swn, .swo, or .swp. But Apparently, Vim swap files are commonly .files. If you edit hello.cpp, the swap file might be .hello.cpp.swp. As shown, but not explained, in Rubel's answer, it is safer to delete only files whose names begin with a dot, for example, with.
Type lsa, which lists all the files in the directory. Type rm.whatever.your.swp is and press enter. It's that simple. Any file that shows with dot in front is a hidden file and is not normally seen. Remember that changes are immediate and permanent, so be careful.
BTW. Some plugins do that automatically for you, autoswap.vim. From the description. Is file already open in another Vim session in some other window? If so, swap to the window where we are editing that file. Otherwise, if swap file is older than file itself, just get rid of it. Otherwise, open file read-only so we can have a look at it and may save it.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.